What's up guys, this is Rixxalight signing in and welcome back to more Danganronpa. Today we are hopefully going to try and go through the entire Clash Trial. I will do my best to mimic the voices during or before the Clash Trial during the investigation stage, because my throat is not feeling really well at the moment. It hurts to swallow, my mouth tastes funny, so I don't know how long this is going to go on for, I don't know, but we can do our best. I tried to suppress my screaming, but it was useless. It surged out of me, like water from a spring gushing out of the ground. Byakuya, on the other hand... Oh, the game's crashed. I think. Oh, there we go.
Very strange.
Most unusual, don't you think? It was totally calm, almost like he was watching this all unfold in front of the TV screen.
I see.
Look, Chirio's corpse has been suspended somehow. And something's been written on the wall in blood. Bloodlust. Such a brutal way to kill someone. I know. This is beyond brutal. Wouldn't you agree? They killed her. How could it not be brutal? No, that's not my point. This murder is far too bizarre for any everyday amateur to have committed it. Unlike with Sayaka, this murder was not a crime of passion or necessity.
Interesting.
It's almost as if whoever did this did it for fun. You see what I mean, don't you? What? My head was swimming. I was still reeling, too confused to understand what he was trying to say. Before I could even begin to clear my head.
What the heck?
Hey, I heard screaming. Did something... I want to let him do all the screaming. Chirio! A body has been discovered! I feel like I'm fine to do this. Was a little bit of a weird throat. It's not so...
A body has been discovered!
I beat you too, Monokuma, you bitch.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Thank you, Monokuma. What the hell was that?
What?
Ah, that's right. You were unconscious during Sayaka's, so you don't know about it. What you just heard was the body discovery announcement. Apparently, when 3 or more people discover a body, an announcement plays to let everyone know. I imagine it's so that the search for the culprit can proceed fairly to everyone involved. Proceed fairly? The body discovery announcement? Then Chirio really is dead, yes. Before you start screaming your head off, go round everyone up. It seems another game has begun. Another life or death game to uncover a killer. Nice. Took a bottle out of the locker room. As everyone made their way to the scene, it felt as if no time at all passed. It was like my sense of time had just taken wing and flown away. When I finally came back to myself, I saw everyone had the same look of confusion, fear, and anger. We all just stood there, gathered around Chihiro's body. Damn! I couldn't keep her safe. So there's another victim. Which means we are now in the same position once again. Fuck, man.
What the?
The fuck is this? It's a dream. This is a dream. It's all just a dream. In fact, I haven't even been born yet. I don't have any memory of ever being blind. Shut up. Okay. We shall start with... Can we talk? We can't. Okay, I guess we're investigating. Okay, let's look at the jumper. No, there are more things more about them. Okay, Chihiro's body then, I guess. For now, pay attention to the wall. Huh? I said it once already. There's a word written there. On the wall? Oh, you want bloodlust? The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood.
So...
I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange. But you know, that thing about writing bloodlust in blood, doesn't it sound kind of familiar? A murderous fiend who kills again. Oh yeah, we don't do flashbacks in normal voices. We don't do those in imitations as the best as I could say. Who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. And at the scene of each crime, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. Genocide Jack, the murderous fiend whose grisly attacks were famous all across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killers.
What is this?
Then this is some copycat killer trying to intimidate Genocide Jack's style? But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack. What? The real? Wait, are you saying Genocide Jack is here in the school?
No way!
There's no way! But again, so first that I bloodlust at the scene. I am surprised at their stupidity. Well, I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murder. What is it now? Toko. Hina was pointing toward the entrance of the girls' locker room. Toko was the last to arrive. And now she was just standing there. No. Why? Thank you, Toko. Good dunk. She fainted. That did not sound good. Toko! Hina rushed over to the collapsed Toko and started trying to shake her. Toko, are you okay? Come on, wake up! Oh, that's right. I just remembered what she said about how she faints anytime she sees blood. So she is homophobic. That's not homophobic. Homophobic's not the fear of blood, Celestia. Hemophobic is where you literally bruise easily and bleed easily. Your skin is weak. Was that homophobia? No. Anemic? Oh, is that anemic? I have no idea. So she is homophobic. I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then. This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides her own room. No, I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping, like on purpose. Since she didn't faint on purpose, it doesn't count. Gotcha.
Just a second.
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up! As if she'd heard her, Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, she literally jumped up from where she was laying. It was such a strange reaction. That was a total loss for words. She jumped straight up into the air, changing her stance as she did. In no time flat, she was just standing up. So when it comes to this side of Toko, she just go a little bit insane, a little bit. I'm going to do her voice in a more of a, not the way that would be happening. Ignoring the physical contortion she had to go through, her motions were totally haphazard. What? Sorry about that. I was just so shocked, you know? It happens, right? Was I the only one? Toko, are you okay? I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? What the heck? She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. There was a front and a back, a top inning and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
Well,
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different. No, everything's fine. At least the starter's all gone. That's a good thing, right? I see. It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being. I don't mind taking her, but could someone help me? If you need help, I don't mind. Taka, could you help me? Huh? She totally ignored me. Very well. You take care of the girl and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again? Hold on a second. Rushing into investigation? The mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There is no question that Chirio was murdered by someone among us. Isn't that right, Mondo?
Of course!
Right as rain! But don't take it as a bad thing. It's just a fact of life. because that's how graduation works. And it's happened again. Is that what you're saying? Another one of his killed fellow classmate. What? Does that freak you out? You guys got no balls, you know that? Is there just nothing down there at all? Well, I'll let you pray to mine if you want. Actually, I didn't have any either. Sorry.
Stop talking.
Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right? I sure did, chum.
It's the Monokuma file!
Allow me to present the Monokuma file. I know how much you must be looking forward to it.
See ya later!
So please do your very tippy-top best on this investigation.
No way!
Do we really gotta do another investigation? Examining the corpse of one of our friends? Having to suspect all our other friends?
Why?
I hate this. I can't take it anymore.
Oh no!
I hate it too.
Help me!
I've had enough. I'm getting out of here.
Hey!
Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run.
Such ignorance.
Just accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid, and a body is a simple object. You're very enthusiastic about all this, are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If you don't unmask the culprit, we all die. That's true. Let's jump into it so soon.
What?
What? Do you want to die?
Such ignorance.
Fine, then go off and die somewhere. Right now, go ahead. You're a waste of space.
Damn you!
A dead body is an object!
Piece of shit!
Chirio wasn't an object. Show a little respect, or I'll beat some into you.
Calm down.
Everyone stop bickering. Listen. There's some truth in what Byakuya said. Kyoko,
Because...
if we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. And if Byakuya is right that Genocide Jack is somehow the one who killed Chirio,
That's right.
then unless we do something, more victims will start piling in. Forget more victims. If we mess this up, we're all dead meat.
Hey! Hey!
Hold on. If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people. What? I don't remember any rule like that.
Actually...
I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would be all over, right? The new rule has been added to the regulations menu.
So then...
In that case, why not limit it to 1 person?
Hey!
Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of your serial killer angle. Just one would totally murder that possibility.
Punishment is waiting for
Farewell
you.
for now. I'll catch you guys at the last trial. I can't see I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then one more person's life could still be in danger.
Interesting.
Which is definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a bitch!
You need to shut the fuck up.
So,
Well, for now, Taka and me are gonna drop Tokra off at a room. Nice. Get dropped off.
there is nothing to be done.
We have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation quickly. If we do not solve this mystery who killed Chirio,
Okay?
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife. That's true. I hate this, but if I want to survive, me and everyone else, we have to do it. We don't have any other choice. Sweet. First of all, I'd better check the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room, on the 2nd floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. And that's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I've got to do what I've got to do. Hey Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? Did you need something from me?
Naturally.
Of course. Life without purpose is quite dull, you know. So what did you need? I'm gonna let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent. The same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case. Solve?
Stop.
No, I just... Machines have some limited use, which is why I have chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So you're inviting me to come with you? You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? But we need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I don't really know what just happened, but it looks like I'm working with Byakuya in this one. Okay, we don't need to talk to people just yet. Let's get the investigation people first. Okay, bloodlust. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. What's the meaning behind it? Bloodlust. Okay. Chirio, the dead girl of the hour. I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's.
Very strange.
But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but
What?
we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. This thing? There's a dumbbell on the floor. And there's a bloodstain. There's a bloodstain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. I don't think I did the voice of that one then, right? Okay, we found one clue. Let's get the bloodstain on the carpet. There's a fresh bloodstain on the carpet. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. Okay, poster. The poster's got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. Okay. Right, the only things to talk about in here then is the camera and the people. Okay, let's go talk to the people. She took her time examining Chihiro's corpse. She poked and prodded, going over every inch of the lifeless body. You're a very strange woman, you know, being able to touch a dead body with absolutely no trouble. She seems to be concentrating pretty hard. So she couldn't even hear us. Oh, she found something clues, alright. Ooh, I can talk to Byakuya. We don't need to talk to Byakuya yet. Let's go talk to Saika. It's horrible. I use this locker room all the time. Now, it's become the site of Chihiro's death. Why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else and then carried here. She was very light, this is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still. I still think she came here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late?
Perhaps.
Hina and myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night.
However,
Perhaps. But it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret? But that she also would have come with someone else? It's a possibility, I think. Okay. And there's more that she can say, though. You know, I played this game 3 times. 3 times! I didn't notice this line was said until after the investigation or during the class trial. Now I'm actually reading it in more detail, and I've been looking out for it this time around. It's obvious to see what's going off. The dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? Well, I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did. Which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff. From the close of Chihiro's complex, I can't help wondering what it might be. He gave himself up. I'm sorry about spoiling it, but he doesn't call girls dudes. He calls girls chicks. He doesn't call girls dudes. Listen out. Now I believe it's about time for you to move on. Huh, already?
What?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but
Let's go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. So this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? Go in. Well, he did say some dude tried to shoot him, right? Did he not? Okay. You've already spent plenty of time checking the crime scene. There are plenty of other things left to check here. Alright, I'm going to check literally everything I can. If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should talk it up with Monokuma. He said that. Then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
You called for me? Has he been domesticated? Right. It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through, while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there was some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the saintly mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter! And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course!
Correctly correct! So then, that means only girls can go into the girls' locker room, and only boys can go into the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means, hey Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in.
So, in other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Gotta get it right.
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I would expect nothing less from the progenitor son of the noble Tagumi family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it. So,
Why you?
So sleepy. Just leads to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get to your poop together.
Unbelievable.
Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest on your dime own.
That's fine.
Well, I knew you're fortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. Huh? Fair enough. The part that was broken in the PC version of this game. For some reason. We came to the main hall. So what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? It's alright, Byakuya, you already know. There's a mailbox here. Gotta be something inside. It's a new handbook. No, wait. There's 3 of them. What are they doing here? So you finally found them. Huh? Did you know they were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then, these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka? You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when it did, Sayaka Mizuno. You're right. This is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay close attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you this entire time. Loaning an e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. The only act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I see. Yeah, now I understand. Main holy handbooks have been added to the truth bullets section of your own handbook. Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. Then that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Full of baseballs. The memory of it came flooding back. The cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution of the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprised for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey! Not repeating myself. What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, and a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't fucking break! It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and is waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit with it, it wouldn't do crap! Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does?
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret! I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks!
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what his weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be? All of them. All of them is so cool. Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken. But it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. That's fine, we come over that. Okay then, it should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chirio. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite. Hold on, there's still something here waiting to be checked. What? What needs to be checked? Byakuya? You or the door? What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite? Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you really think? You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no idea that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right? There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented, psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that that will prove it, and I can show you. Oh my god! Wait, what? What do you mean you have something that can prove it? Okay. Ah! I have a basis to believe that. I assure you Genocide Jack is one of those. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence. There's something wrong. Hey you two. Who's this? I thought it was. Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time to play with you.
We're busy. Leave us alone.
I mean...
But it's an emergency. Emergency! Come on, please, you gotta help me. Sure, Hina. I'm not a dickhead.
Please!
This is a serious emergency. Please, please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina? But it's an emergency. An emergency. What happened?
Well,
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? Well, what should we do, Bianca?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Thank you. I didn't expect that, and I thought for sure he'd just say no. And that'd be the end of it.
yeah.
Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for
Let's
us,
go.
Hina. Looks like she headed to the dorms. To Toko's room, most likely. You're right. Some of this cannon fodder is not really fucking needed, but thank you. I am so small compared to you. Why am I tiny? I'm not the fucking size of a kid. Why am I crawling? Am I knocking on Toko's door? I'll knock on Toko's door. What's up, geek? Is Toko inside? Some kind of emergency. Okay. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency?
So,
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in a room and she could lay down. After a while, we came out checking her, see how she was doing, but then we did. It was weird. She refused to come out and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Now knock on the door. May as well give it a shot. Ding dong. The door swung open, slowly and silently. Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gas out of me.
what?
Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She'd been acting like that the whole time when I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust her door down. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chirio? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Is there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Yeah, there is. Mr. fucking douchefuck over it. Hey, Byakuya. You think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You gonna touch her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of the door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. I like how she actually opens the door, though.
what do you want?
Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Bacula.
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never forget. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the business. Hold on. Hey, Byakuya. What was Toka talking about right now? Something about a promise? I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking toward his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. There are no clues there. We should check elsewhere. Oh, we got a coin though. Sweet, can we go in here? If I remember, on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here.
Let's go.
It all makes sense once you're inside. Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust, too.
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Okay. Let's look at this thing now. No? There's so many files on the stuff was all these things.
that's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who could control the world from the behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. I mean, like, was it the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones in the real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. That's not what I clicked on though. I clicked on this thing down here. Ah, it's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it back to good use. Oh, okay. So we got file, this case right here. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although judging by the smudge and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It would prove very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? Alright, then this file. The shelf is stuffed with tight files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one up and ran. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file.
That's right.
That's the report on presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up for peeking at it. Not making a sound, return the file to the shelf. Okay, there's no one really else apart from Byakuya. Okay. There's a thick file stuffed into the bookshelf. If you think you're looking for any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind you'd expect to leak. Oh. So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps, the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I just can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Okay, so I've got to re-talk to him again. Maybe, no? If you pay attention to your surroundings, you'll show the value of yourself. Okay, so it is this bookcase. Oh, fuck's sake. I want to react to that one. I want to know if there are more reactions to it. Hold on a second. You're saying we've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why... My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Tagami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. But that includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you. There's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents or materials that interest me. Which is why I proclaim, without a doubt, that materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interests me the most are the whole case, police investigation reports. Reading through those reports have always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
And this is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases have been compiled here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chirio. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials of the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So, in other words...
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words...
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then, Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer, really is walking around among us.
Interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Byakuya, about the Genocide Jack case file, could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Byakuya handed me a file and I flipped through it, with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Is this telling you everybody here? No, I think it's just telling you two. So far, there's a 32-year-old is more than this. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Keino Ise, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. Komanatsu Tora, Takafumi Gono, Uchida Noyasha, Takashi Mizumura, Yuto Yumejima, sorry. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page, and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page. Profiling results. All of the crimes took place either on weekdays, at night, or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays, in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggestions. The suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder, which means, in the real world case, she would not go down for murder, she would have to be sectioned in what UK call white building, Americans call an asylum, basically in a mental asylum, so they can try and figure out the truth behind dissociative identity disorder, see what caused it in the past, and basically what happens in this case is you plead the sanity pill. You see that you plead sanity, you go into the asylum, they either keep you in and keep you away from everyone else, or they will bring in a psychiatrist to get to the bottom of dissociative identity disorder and have a crack at trying to cure it. Once the person could be cured, it's possible to be cured from dissociative identity disorder. They only tend to do it in these certain cases where if it's a murderous victim, so then they can go back into the normal reality, don't recall anything of the murder happening, and then just go. Because if you have dissociative identity disorder, for the people who don't know, it is basically the scientific term of split personality. So if someone has split personality, they have basically, it's like two people sharing the same body, essentially. So say for example, person A is, let's take this for example, person A is just an ordinary student writing out in books and schools and all that stuff, but then when Jack comes along, Jack will not recall or recollect anything that's happened in the school day that has happened in the school. Jack wouldn't have learned anything in this case. However, the school kid wouldn't have remembered anything that Jack's done at night time when the murder was happening. Hence why, if they cure it properly, the person curing it, because sometimes it can be the case like the killer is the real body and then the split is the nice person, so they usually put them both together and then you can remember like the killer is still alive, so they have to put him in prison sometimes when that's the case, which has happened a few times. Or the case is that the student then meld, like the killer side goes away and the person will never ever remember anything that's happened, so they can actually get away with murder if you plead this. You need to know a lot about dissociative identity disorder to do it. Now I know some of the details but not all, so I'm not going to risk it.
So in other words,
the key point here is that the culprit may well have split personality. Split personality? Well, the kind of thing you see on TV, when part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is more believable than anything else up until now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. Genocide Jack case file? Okay, are we good now? Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finish our business here, don't we? Ah, wait, Byakuya! As usual, Byakuya turned left, and without another word, I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like...
I don't have time to play with you.
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. Just like they was gone. Just as quickly as he asked me to join him, he'd go off. In the end, I felt like it was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues, thankfully. Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Chirio. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out, no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go to investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. The others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. Okay, the locker room is literally right around the corner. No, that's the stairs to floor 3. There we go. Nice. Oh, Hifumi, hello.
Da-da-da-da-da!
Ding ding ding, Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the
I
culprit.
feel as if
Another stat increase for me. Evidence? What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet, but I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, Miss Ludenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? What did she see?
Well,
She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay. So where is Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be? Okay, well anyway, I'm gonna go back in here to me if you don't mind. Vibe now. Talk to my ladies again. And Mundo. Nothing else to be apparent of? No? Not even the speedball? Alright then, let's talk to Mundo again. Okay, dude had a real comments about being weak. Yeah, cheery about it, right? All I need to do is be stronger, skip past all that because it's all change. Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress in your investigation? Generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something is that the investigation? What is
well,
it? Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then,
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts. That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's definitely worth worrying about. No. Alright, I'm hoping to get the class trial done today.
damn.
Chihiro's presence here was especially weak. Her body and her soul.
No forgiveness.
To target such a helpless being, it's unforgivable. What a wretched beast to do such a thing. I cannot forgive this. Oh yeah, I need to check. Chihiro, come on. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. Oh, sorry. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. The rope has a part? Wait, so then this isn't rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was the blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right. There's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit to look again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Are we done here now? No? There's still more I need to check out. Do we need to check out the body again? Here's on the bound. No? Do I have to look again? Okay. He said look more thoroughly. That's not what Kyoko was talking about, my guy. Shall we look at the poster again? It's a bloodstained poster. The blood is the most noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. The girls' locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. There's blood in the carpet. It could only be caused by Chihiro's murderer. There's a big blood stain on the dumbbell on the floor. The Monokuma file said the fatal injury was a blow to the head. The dumbbell has to be used for the murder weapon. Bloodlust? The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. Just like those other Genocide Jack cases. In every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. Oh, now I can leave? Didn't let me before. Douchebag. Nah. Only two things to note here, I believe. The poster and the wall. Oh, this poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. Oh, but wait. That reminds me. The poster in the other locker room is... That's right. There's definitely something strange about this. So what I'm going to do, when Makoto's alone and he's speaking aloud, I'm just going to do it in my normal voice. Just for the day. Because my throat is... It doesn't hurt as such, but it is feeling a bit rough, if that makes sense. So I want to try and take my time with it, okay? In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit. Could the posters be switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe we should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. Okay. Okay, now, stain. There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? No. Okay. We're done in that room. Go back to the girls' room, talk to... We'll even talk to Hina, apparently. Saki comes in here too, as well. Sakura, not Sayaka. You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura? I've used it nearly every day since it opened. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay then, let me ask you something. Do you think the poster in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However...
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee, and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room, and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
Of course.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with? Disappearing stain. Okay. That means we can go back to... I think we might need to talk to Hina. As well. She might be downstairs somewhere. But for now, let's look at the cord. There we go. Right, let's just... Oh yeah, I need to check out the Monokuma file again for some reason. Not the Monokuma file. Let's think. Oh, there's a glue here? Yes, not. Oh, I need to check the lamp itself. Right, okay. That won't turn on. Oh, I see. It's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. But last time I saw it, it was definitely on, and it was definitely right there. Oh, that's right. Byakuya was using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... Okay. Right, let's go back in here then. Let's go look at the Monokuma file again. Not the Monokuma file, the fucking murderous file. Which is in this cabinet. Let's take another look at the jacket kit. I know it's around here somewhere. Huh? It's gone. Did someone take it out of the archive? Okay, they only can't think of anyone but Byakuya. Okay. I don't know if there's anything else I need to investigate. Sure. Okay, on we go. Oh, we need to talk to Celeste. Might as well head to the dorms. We need to talk to Celeste. I don't need to talk to you. In fact, probably you might have found something interesting. I don't think you have. I'm gonna leave you be now, too, Kiyotaka. There should be... I don't know where Byakuya's hooked off to. Is Hina down here? Hina? Hina! I should talk to Celeste then. Fair enough. Hello, Celestia Ludenberg. Beautiful gothic chick. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It is absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food, to clothes, to towels. There's an endless supply to choose from. I see that. but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought about talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then you did find something. Very well, I will tell you and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw her here. Chirio was in the warehouse. What? Really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Thank you, Celeste.
Oh, I was just...
Rest in peace, Queen.
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Aw, so sweet. She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stuffing up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this ever would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night, in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag. Celeste said she saw Chihiro carry it, which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Ooh, yeah! I just realised that just told me where to fucking go about the thing being destroyed, which was in the bath, which I've not been in here yet. One has not been in here yet. Go in here. Not been in this room yet. May see a nice fruitful scene. Okay. Anything here that we could use in our defense? Anything worthwhile? No? Really? Nothing? Interesting. What's this? Is it the heat source of the sauna? Well, I don't think it has anything to do with the internet. Huh. Alright, now I'm stuck. I forgot where to go. Do I go talk to Hina? Interesting. I guess we'll go talk to Hina. Where else do we have to go? Is Hina around here somewhere? You just could look on a door. Where the fuck is Hina? Owie, there you are. Hina's room. Okay, can we go talk to Toko again? Most likely she's fucking stuffing her face full of food. Stoker's room, I should probably leave her alone for now. Okay. Fair enough then, let's try in here then. I'm literally lost for words, I have no idea where to go. Ah, there you are. First one. Oh, hi Hina. How's Toko doing? Same as before. She won't come out. She just keeps going mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry. Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating? A donut, of course. There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe there was her one big regret. Well, I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well,
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true. And it wasn't just us, either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh wait, maybe. Maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? Never really saw her as that kind of girl. Okay. Ah, so mostly. Fair enough. Fair enough. I need to fucking wipe my mouth because it's so...
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for! The class trial!
You know what could be more fun? Is if they gave you a certain amount of time to investigate things in. So if you didn't find all the evidence and someone else found it, you're fucked. Basically.
You remember where to meet, right?
Yep.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Now this is where I can rest my voice a bit. I don't have to do all these voices. I don't have to talk as much. It's about to begin. The red door is right through here. Sprint! Well, this series may not have an outro for much longer because it's hard to work with all the time, but we'll do our best. Ahem! So is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is... You really don't remember?
Come on!
Kidding! I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nutjob? She's a brutal part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie. I'll go ahead and drag her out if you're kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. And just like that, he said a few minutes later, he reappeared dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to. He forced me. Can't believe you drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible. Phew. So now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator, so let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So we're going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And the murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. Go on in. We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
True.
Yes. He gave us a more nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle of my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating. So I didn't know the investigation was actually going to take this long, so when it comes to the save point, we're going to end it there for the day, and then do the... I feel that's what we're going to do. So, one episode is going to be the daily life. One episode is going to be the deadly life, and the last part of the section is going to be the class trial. I'm going to go from that on this on. I would like to go for 2 hours, but I feel like that seems like a better structure to go with. To me, anyway. The steel box sank with heavy, clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation, until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good. You're raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well?
Okay then. Let's get the show on the road.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly fate. A deadly class trial. I shall save, because this is the... I've not saved it once this entire episode, but we should be good. Okay, we're good, because we don't need to do any of this. We just finish preparations and off we go. All the bullets we need, so I can make... Ooh, I haven't set no skills. I don't have any. Because I'm starting a new game, I've not spoken to a single person. That's going to be fun. Well, anyway then, that is the end of this video of Danganronpa. We shall continue with the Clash Trial next week for part 6, I think it is. Yeah? Yes, for part 6. We'll get to the bottom of Chihiro's murder. To avoid spoilers, if you have not noticed yet, we have had a killer. So the first thumbnail I used was Sayaka. Sayaka was the first one to die. The second video I used was Junko. So Junko died. I probably shouldn't mention this, but today isn't going to be that case. Tomorrow, next week will be, because you're not going to get spoiled about it. Well, if you already know what's gone off what I've said today. Hopefully you'll ignore this little tidbit, but I might throw it around a little bit, I don't know. But I know who the survivors are in this game, and I'm going to put the survivor in this thumbnail instead. Although there's nothing really educational there about that, but I've got something I can use. Either way though, that was all there is going to be for today, and as always, this is Rixxalight signing out, so let's cue the music.